Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. As you can see from the title of this video, I want to talk about Keke's quote unquote secret that Tisha, her family, and a blogger may know. And I want to not just go into a soundbite from part 3 of the season 6 Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, but I also want to go back to one of Wanda's YouTube lives where it was discussed there. Now, before we get into these details, I ask that you all please hit the like button on this video. When you hit the like button or even the dislike button, both of those work the same, meaning that YouTube will push this video through its algorithm, recommending it to more people who love to discuss the different topics that come about from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these sound bites are allowed for criticism. And so this first one is from the actual Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. I felt like all 3 parts were very high energy. And I thought that they were really, really good. And I love the contributions from Chris and Nell Fletcher. I really did not like the dark energy from Betty Steele. It just amazes me that she was an educator, a teacher, but whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and focus here on Keke. So I'm going to play this soundbite from the reunion and then come back with my commentary.
Nothing else I have in my life to hide. One of the things was the drug use.
So that's one thing. So there's 2.
The infidelities within my marriage. He and I, but it affects more than just me and him.
Well, more so them say there's one more
nothing
thing.
else.
More so them say there's one more major thing, though.
That's a lie. What is it? Please tell it.
I didn't say that. Marcel just said that.
Carlos, let the record show that Marcel has never revealed any new information about anybody ever on the show.
It's their story to tell, not ours.
I don't care what I know. I don't care what I heard.
It deals with my
Bottom
marriage. You know what? My life is my life, and I have nothing to hide, and I have nothing to be ashamed of. Things that I've done wrong, I've admitted them. I face up, and I face my problems. I have nothing to be ashamed of.
Would you like to reconcile your friendship and relationship with Tisha?
Of course, who wouldn't? I
No,
mean,
she wants me to divorce
I
my
would
husband.
not be being honest if I said that I wanted this to be happening between us.
All the things
It's
you
a
said
fair
about
question.
me earlier.
That's
Somebody who said, "Oh, girl, I love you. I'm gonna stab you in your back and I'm gonna hurt you." But hey, girl, I love you and I want to fix our relationship. Get the out of here with that.
She knows that when I'm angry and I'm hurt, one of the things I do is I go for the jugular. And that's not a good thing. I recognize this about myself. However, when I'm angry, I find it very difficult to not go low.
I'll say this. It saddens me to see you 2 at this place. And look, Tisha, you look very adamant that it's over. But I do hope for the sake of your daughters who are friends
And that's the only
that you 2 can at least get past that eventually.
They're best friends. And it's
Best
so hurtful. That's the
Talk every
thing
day.
that gets me every single day. That right there. When my daughter asks, "Hey, can I go over our house?" I'm just making up excuses. And that's
Well,
the
I will
problem.
say this. I would love for you 2 to figure out how to work on your relationship by giving it some time, but not allowing y'all issue to affect the issues of your daughters.
We don't, and she does. We say, "Oh no, she can come over here. She's welcome." Then it's like, "Oh no, don't call her. Don't do this right here."
She tried to block my daughter's number out her daughter's phone.
Never did that.
All right, we're going to move on. I want to get a kiss
Talking
involved.
about?
Okay,
When?
all right,
Never,
Keke.
ever in my life done that.
Keke,
Ever.
Keke, we're going to move on. We're
What
not
are
going to
you
get the kiss
talking about?
involved. Okay, so speaking of
I've
kids,
never done that.
one of the things that
Okay, so one thing that I want to point out that is very key, 2 things. So Keke said there were 2 major things in her life that, being on a reality TV, they could come out and they're serious. One was that she struggled with prescription pills. She said she's never done any other types of drugs. Carlos said, okay, well, that's one thing. What's the next? And Keke I remember during season 5, she filmed a scene. It was just her and Melody at Mel's home, and Keke, spilled her own tea. She said, they have joked about me struggling with prescription pills. And because allegedly the Scotts called Melody and Martell and said, "Oh, you shouldn't let her over your house. Some pills may come up missing," allegedly, and it was like a joke. And Keke did not like that joke, of course. So she spilled her own tea season 5. Then the second thing is she said the infidelities in her marriage. Now, if you were watching this part 3 reunion, you know that Martell made a face. The cameras panned to Martell. He made a face like, I know that ain't it, because he's cheated. He cheated on his wife and produced a baby outside of the marriage. So I think in his eyes, infidelity ain't no big deal. So he turns to the Scotts, he turns to Marceau and says, I know that ain't it, is it? And Marceau goes, hell nah. So there's a third thing. So then Martell chimes in while she's talking to Carlos and says, but Marceau said there's another thing. There's one major thing. And then Keke immediately denies it and says, that's a lie, without even hearing what the third thing could be, right? It's already a lie. And so Marceau said, for the record, he wanted it to be known that he has not outed anyone, he has not sprayed anyone else with their own tea. So he was letting it be known that there is something that he is holding, something that he knows. He did not reveal it, but Keke was already saying that it is an outright lie. Now, before I talk about what I think that third thing is, I want to first get into this next soundbite. This was actually the last time that Wanda went live on her YouTube channel. It was a month ago. And this was after there was the revealing of allegedly Keke's mom talking to a variety of bloggers. I think perhaps offering interviews to them, causing some division amongst a couple of bloggers. And then this was after Melody's Instagram Live, where she shared her experience with a blogger. So I want to talk about what is discussed during this live here, and then I'll come back with my commentary.
Yes, go ahead. I'm gonna have to speak in code a little bit, okay? So, because only you will be able to know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a situation where you told the individual not to talk about somebody on this show? And not to bring a certain secret on this show?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, all right?
Yes.
People are playing with me. Do you remember me saying on my live, I said, if you say that, tell the whole truth about it. And I also said, if you ever bring that up, that there's no return.
Right. If I ever bring it up.
If you ever release that secret.
You talking about me?
Mm-hmm. Because I know what you're talking about. But do you know that allegedly that Miss Buddy wanted to bring that on the show?
By Keke?
Now you know what I'm talking about now.
I do.
Now if that would have come on the show, would that have made them any different from you?
No, not a little bit. Not a little bit.
Question: is that situation worse than the revenge fee?
Yes.
Come in.
Yes. Very much so. Very much so. Yes.
Okay, so now this actually came out a few weeks ago. It was before Christmas, where there was recordings of Keke talking about her reaction to allegedly being asked if she wanted to talk about what I think is this third situation on the show. And the narrative there was a couple of narratives that were born from this conversation. There was the whole, is it worse than Revenge P? And then it was, why would it even be asked if it could be brought on the show? But in the first soundbite from the reunion I just played for you all, Marceau let it be known that he's never revealed anyone's tea on the show, but he was also sending out a signal to us viewers that he also has this information. So, in my opinion, Melody was trying to give Keke another opportunity to reveal her own life story and not let someone else spill it, and then that'll be their storyline. And I have a feeling that Carlos will bring Keke back, allowing Marceau and Tisha to use her for their season 7 storyline, and they're going to try and spray her with this information. But just like how she and Melody filmed that scene, season 5, where she said she did struggle with an addiction to pills, then it's going to, she was trying to give her that opportunity to do that again before they could. So, but I don't think that she realized it, in that moment. And then on the blogger's channel, he actually played the recording where she gave her reaction. She was trying to figure out, like, was she thinking that I should be grateful, for the opportunity to talk about it? Like, she was thinking out loud, about her feelings that she was even asked to talk about it. And I gave my commentary in a video on that I still don't think that that was worse than Revenge P, because she had the option on whether or not she wanted to talk about the alleged statement of one of the children not being her husband's, allegedly. The reason why I don't think that that's worse than Revenge P is because she had the option on whether or not to talk about that. Whereas if you are a victim of Revenge P, you had no choice, you had no say so as to whether someone would reveal videos of you or pictures of you where you are not wearing clothing or you are doing an act that is, beyond sensual, and you did not say, yes, I give you permission to reveal these and to air these. So that is the difference between, a paternity issue storyline and Revenge P. That's why Revenge P is way worse. But I wanted to really focus in on this quote unquote secret, because now that it has been talked about in the blogs, it's not so much a secret now, but we know that this reunion was filmed in the early fall, and all of this with the YouTube lives, that all came out in December 2023. So after the reunion aired. So now I want to hear from you all in the comments. Do you believe that Marceau will try to use this secret of Keke's as his season 7 storyline? Do you think as a result, Carlos will definitely bring Keke back so that she will have to experience the Scotts and that storyline in that way? And, your thoughts on Revenge P. Isn't it one of the worst things ever? Ultimate humiliation. Even when any of us experience embarrassment in life, that is a normal life experience, but typically all of your clothing is on. You're not exposed in the physical sense, and you're not doing, a very private act. But Revenge P is embarrassment 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. It's way worse. But I thank you all for watching this video. I really appreciate the support. Please hit the like button on this video, and please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I hope that you all are having a great weekend. I have more work to do this morning on my Love and Marriage Huntsville coverage, so I will get to working on my next video. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.